we're talking all things minerals in drinking water. And we get a ton of questions, and I actually pulled some questions from our support team. So I just kind of asked them to give me a few questions that they see pretty often, or some recently asked questions that came in through support. So we will get into those a little bit later. So yeah, we're talking about minerals in drinking water. And so I wanted to kind of set the record straight for what minerals, what their purpose is in drinking water. Are they naturally occurring? Are there any health impacts that we need to talk about? Like what is the whole deal with minerals in drinking water, and why can it be such a controversial subject? So I first kind of want to highlight a few of the most common minerals that can be found in drinking water. And I'm just going to highlight a few of the ones that maybe people don't know as much about. And so just to kind of give everyone an idea of what these individual minerals, what their purpose is. So we're just going to start with bicarbonate. So this is one of those naturally occurring minerals that is typically found in groundwater as opposed to surface water, just because bicarbonate is found in groundwater from limestone-rich areas. So bicarbonate actually acts as an acid buffer, and this can help control the pH of water. And so, your body naturally produces bicarbonate, so there's really no reason at all to remove it from water. And so second, I want to get into magnesium. So a study that was actually recently published in an epidemiology journal found that when calcium and magnesium work together, they can prevent certain cardiovascular diseases, particularly in women. So magnesium is a supplement that a lot of people take on a regular basis, almost daily, really, for certain people. And magnesium can also be good for like muscle recovery. So magnesium is another one of those naturally occurring minerals that we find in drinking water. Again, typically groundwater, but also surface water as well. So then finally, I wanted to talk about sodium. And so this is definitely one of the minerals that our water nerds get asked about all the time, because, why would you want sodium in your water, especially if you have, certain like cardiovascular diseases or gastrointestinal diseases where your doctor is telling you to limit the amount of sodium in your diet. Like, why would we want that in drinking water, or why would that be okay in drinking water? And the reality is that the levels that are in drinking water don't really impact it's not comparable to the levels of sodium in someone's diet. And so obviously, if your doctor is saying eliminate all sodium, and they even acknowledge drinking water as a source, listen to the guidance of your doctor 100%. But for people who don't have those gastrointestinal cardiovascular diseases where sodium can impact your body's ability to function, the levels that are in drinking water are entirely safe. And so sodium is actually, crucial for nerve health and muscle health. And so it's kind of why athletes will take some sort of like sodium supplement, or the like goo packages for marathon runners, because it really is important for your body. So yeah, I wanted to kind of highlight those 3 minerals, all naturally occurring, all ones that maybe, you weren't as familiar with as calcium or zinc or potassium. So just to kind of summarize the minerals that I'm going to be kind of referencing in this Instagram live, it's really the main ones that are found in drinking water across the country. So that's calcium, magnesium, potassium, sodium, bicarbonate, iron, and zinc. And so if those all sound familiar, it's likely because they are, supplements that people in your circle take, or they're found in foods, and they're really crucial for our body's health, overall health. So I'm gonna now kind of do a little Q&A with these questions that came from people chatting our water nerds. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to get into these. These are like actual questions. So let's see. So the first one says, is it true that some bottled water companies add minerals back into water? Yes, this is true. And it kind of seems ridiculous. So basically, when bottled water companies are treating the water, they'll usually strip the water completely of pretty much everything. Minerals, obviously they're not able to remove certain contaminants, which is a whole nother Instagram live that we have on our page. But oftentimes they will like strip minerals, things of that nature, and then actually add minerals back in, mostly due to it not tasting good without minerals. So minerals add that like crisp, refreshing taste that water typically has, unless you have a reverse osmosis system, which is stripping the minerals. But yeah, bottled water companies will actually remove minerals and then put them back in to make the water taste like refreshing and not like, you're drinking stale water. So yeah, and this is actually also a marketing tool used by a lot of bottled water companies as well. So you might see, mineral water on like the side of the bottled water brand, or, contains important minerals, or whatever that type of marketing tool is. So minerals are actually kind of a good thing in the eyes of bottled water companies as well. Okay, so this one says, I know that I have hard water because of the white residue on my kitchen faucet and stainless steel shower head. Ooh, we will get into that. Because of this, we use a water delivery service and avoid drinking our tap water altogether. So this person doesn't really have any sort of a question, but it sounds like they're completely avoiding the tap water because of this like white residue that they're seeing on the kitchen faucet. And this is completely normal. And it's also a question that we get asked a lot at Hydroviv. And so that like white chalky residue is really just mineral buildup that's kind of presenting itself on your stainless steel appliances. And so it might, look a little, unpleasant, or maybe even a little bit scary in this person's case. But it's entirely safe. It's just that like excess mineral buildup that, can be a pain. But there's actually some pretty good ways to remove minerals, or remove that like white chalky substance from your shower head or your kitchen faucet. And so you can use vinegar and just kind of like try to scrub it, but it's safe. It's just kind of sorry, my dog. It's just kind of a result of your water having a lot of minerals, which, as I just said, some bottled water brands will advertise. So, okay, let's see here. I'm sorry about my dog. Okay. So I have the resources and I am aware of the maintenance, and I just think that I want an RO filter. What brand would you recommend to remove minerals altogether? So yeah, this is a really good point. If you are looking to remove minerals, whether it's for, if your doctor has brought this up and said that it's necessary, or if you're just kind of wanting to remove minerals for whatever reason, you'll want a reverse osmosis water filter. And these can be pretty pricey. There's also a lot of maintenance that goes into making sure that the reverse osmosis membrane is working properly. And so also another thing with these reverse osmosis water filters is you actually will notice that the water doesn't taste as good because it is stripping those minerals that contribute to that like crisp and refreshing taste that we all know and love. So I believe we typically at Hydroviv recommend APEC just because we're aware of their test results for removing other contaminants, regardless, or not including minerals, but like the contaminants that are actually causing health effects and are known carcinogens. So APEC, and I think that we have an article kind of recommending which brands. But yeah, that's certainly a valid question, a fair question if you're looking to strip minerals from your water. Okay, so those were the only questions that I had from Hydroviv's support team. But I just kind of wanted to conclude this talk about minerals because it can be really scary, and there are a lot of blogs on the internet that kind of maybe have some fear-mongering aspects saying like no minerals are good or whatever it is, but they're actually crucial to our body's natural functions, and we rely on minerals for nerve health, muscle health, so if you have hard water, which is an excess amount of minerals, you can absolutely get a water softener. If this is something that you're just really sick of having to scrub your stainless steel appliances, you can absolutely get some sort of water softener, which will be attached at the point of entrance into your home. And again, they aren't as expensive as reverse osmosis, and they certainly serve a purpose for just reducing the hard water. It doesn't remove contaminants. So you will want to have something that is able to remove the things in your drinking water that are actually harmful. So yeah, we have a couple blogs on our website. And so if you're listening to this later, or if you're watching this later on and the link in our bio isn't active, you can just go to hydroviv.com and then type into our search bar minerals, and you'll see multiple articles talking all about minerals that reference some of the scientific journals that I had mentioned in this Instagram Live. So as always, if you have any questions, you can message us on Instagram. You can send us a DM. You can also go to hydroviv.com and use that live chat feature that I had just mentioned. So we have water nerds on standby that love answering questions like this. So definitely take advantage of that. And then also you can send us an email if you have like something more in depth to ask. hello@hydroviv.com, and we will get you in the right place, or we will connect you with the right person to answer your questions. So thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.